The rules of fair trial. What are you doing? You try him publicly because you have your case. We're not going to have a repeat of what happened in Kenya. Any of the journalists had the courage to ask the Attorney General, to ask President Mohammed Buhari, to proudly tell you people what happened in Kenya. It was a rogue operation, but there will be justice on that. So we just 1 year and the government how he was adopted in that car park, the kind of beating Nnamdi Kanu was given under that car park, where he was taken and nearly executed. Today, the Kenyan government said that they were not aware. Some officials of the Kenyan government, including the people, were part of the operation. And he was abducted and brought here. Yes, people will say it doesn't matter how a suspect is brought to. No, it matters. Because this will remind us the kind of things the parents of Saudi will do to Khashoggi in Turkey. The kind of things India and me of Nkurunziza will do to people who oppose them in different countries. But there is one thing I want everybody to take home here. We are focusing on what is happening today. But we are not focusing on how we got to this particular point. Any messenger of truth, anybody who desires justice, like I do, will understand that the days of today we are operating. You saw the lopsidedness of actions that was taken by the president from the very moment he was sworn in. From the issue of 95% to 5%. The president carried on with divisive policies, which you know, hate was promoted, divisions was promoted. And all the people who are complaining today, what did they say? When there was those killings in Nimbo, those ones in Okigwe, those ones in Delta, where people were killed and raped, what did you tell the president? What did you demand? All of you were here when we even asked for a change of the service chief for us to be able to bring proactive action. Was there anything that was done? No. Was there anything that was done? No. Now, at the time the Attorney General rushed to go in, we are facing this guy and proscribe the IPOB. Was there any killing? No. Was there any confusion? No. These actions were promoted by hate. That is why, with what is now already happening in court, where you don't allow the lawyers of the defense, the people they want to defend them, to go in, when the court will give order that 3-4 people can visit him and they get to DSS and they are screened down and they cannot enter. When our respected traditional rulers will sit under the sun and they will not be allowed to enter a court for a trial that is supposed to be open, free and fair, I begin to ask myself, can there be justice that will come out of this charade? No. Starting from the refusal of the president to address the insecurity and the killings that was ravaging the East then, going by his decision to also, more importantly, even after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, I ask you all one question. What effort have the government done in trying to address those grievances that raise to the rise of those agitations? If a man is honest and he truly desires peace for his people, what will he have done? You would have started the process of peace building, reaching out to people and building confidence. But he doesn't care. He just wants to keep him, and then you want to try him. Why do we need to try him at Federal High Court? He should take him to Daura and try him. Let's know where he's trying him. Because you can't call this a Federal High Court of the Republic, and a citizen is accused of an offense, and you cannot even allow him to have a fair trial. Neither do you obey the orders of court. And that is why my message is very simple. The president should take the path of peace and negotiation. Let's find an end to this. Let us find an end to this, which is granting bail, moving from DSS to police custody, and granting bail and pursue the path of peace, reconciliation, and negotiation. This trial, to me, to God who made me, was unnecessary, was avoidable, and this trial is baseless. And it is in the interest of peace and unity and stability that this trial of Nnamdi can be discontinued. And I say this as a messenger of truth, one who always pursues and desires truth. After all, you people were here when the DSS charged me for treason of trying to overthrow the government. Did I overthrow the government? No. Did I? No. Did it change my views on issues? No. No, because if you believe in truth and justice, it does not matter how many times you are tried or how many times you are arrested. You always pursue truth. And all I'm saying, and I want the media to follow to ask these issues, that if after the arrest, there is agitations by citizens who have rights to agitate self-defense, have you made any effort to address the imbalance in the country? No. Have you even made any effort to implement the report on restructuring by his party? No. So you can see that this trial is not about the good of anybody. To me, it's hate. And it's about denying a man, throwing a man at his back. From the way he was even abducted. Ask yourself, why has the government not boldly told you how he was brought here? When Obama or whatever went to kill Osama, you saw the footage of what happened. So if you say what you did there, you are proud of it, say it now, because it was a wrong oppression. Well, that would be an issue for another day. What I'm saying is that there is no fair trial procedure going on. And that is why I came here. The other day I came, they not allow me to enter. I said, do I look like a terrorist? I'm going to bomb the court. Our traditional rulers are under the sun. Look at Ezigbo, all of them sitting right there. Look at our former governor, Chukwemeke, sitting right under the sun. They are humiliating our people. And they're making us feel we are not wanted. And that is why I said, let the president open the court and allow Nigerians to witness these proceedings. Of course. And if I were to advise, discontinue this trial, grant him bail, and take the path of peace, negotiation, and reconciliation. That is the easy part. Instead of wasting so much resources, I was coming here, I saw Navy, I saw Air Force, I saw all security agencies all over the place. We need these men in the field to help us quell rising insecurity in the country. There is a lot of challenges that need to be addressed. And if you try a man without giving him justice and fairness, that trial is nonsense. So I am here to say that this ongoing trial and the denial of access to justice is unfair, and that has made this trial a charade. And I know, and I plead with Justice Mutalanya, you don't continue a proceedings if your orders are not obeyed. If you believe as an agent of justice that your orders are not obeyed, you suspend this. You stop it for now. Because the other day they gave the order, you saw what happened. They were not allowed. They nominated Ezigbo to go there. He did not go. Now today again he came with, okay, look at as old as Ezigbo is and Ezife. Are they going to attack the court? Are they going to do anything? They will not now. So why all this? This is unnecessary, and that is why I said it's very painful. I'm not going to force my way through, but I want the whole world to know that this trial is not a trial. This is like a family gathering. It's not a trial. It's true. Are you getting me?
Thank you. Mention your name for the benefit of people that are watching.
My name is Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere. I'm the spokesperson of the opposition coalition. And also, I want to say this, and that is why, on our own part, we have taken this matter to international community. How did you, in the first place, sneaked into Kenya, adopted a man with rogue organization, people who are semi-terrorists, nearly killed him in Kenya, smuggled him into Nigeria, and then you want people to overlook that aspect? Is this the first time this is happening? No. In 1984, what happened to Umaru Diko when he was put in a crane in London? Are we going to turn our country into a rogue nation? No. No. And then what he went to, how did he have heart attack? Was he not when the people who adopted him in Kenya turned the generator on his face that he had that heart attack? Does he used to have that medical history before? No. So when you do all these things and then you don't apply the same energy to the bandits and the killer herdsmen that is ravaging our farmland, you don't use the same method to go to Niger to adopt them or go to the forest to adopt them. And you adopt this man and you want me to believe that you want to try this man and fail. I would be a fool to believe that. This trial is baseless to me. As long as I'm concerned, discontinue this trial, pursue the path of peace and reconciliation, address these grievances. These grievances, are they not supposed to be addressed? Lopsidedness in all actions, issues of fiscal federalism. If these issues were addressed, will Nnamdi Kanu have had more people listening to his message? No. It was because you refused to address those issues. That was why at the time he spoke, when most of our Eastern brothers refused to speak for our people, that his message had a solid belief by people. Yes. So the key to addressing these issues is to give him bail, is to ensure that you go back to the table with everybody and then find a common ground so that we can renegotiate and find a way to live or not to live. It's very simple. And this is issues of fundamental human rights, right to self-defense and so on and so forth. Or were they happy when those things were happening in the forest? And when you do this down in the east, you don't use the same energy up in the north. Nobody is slave to anybody. And there's one message I want you to take home. Most people who have dictatorial tendencies, whether in Nigeria or the world, they refuse to learn from history. Nobody has ever won this war of dictatorship. If not, Hitler would have won it. Idi Amin would have won it. Inquisitor of Burundi would have won it. What they call him, the one from Zaire, Congo, Mobutu Sese Seko would have won it. So nobody wins it because it is unfair, it is injustice. It doesn't survive, it doesn't last forever. So I am here today and I'm appealing to them, if for anything, allow people to even assess the court. Allow our traditional rulers to assess the court. Allow the lawyers to assess the court. Attorney General cannot come with 9 lawyers and their people, and then you want to screen down those lawyers. Okay, why are they hiding that they don't want the white man to enter, the one Mr. Bruce from US and the one the British government sent? Is there anything fishy about this thing? There's no place in the world people are trying to like this. So this is unfair, and all I'm asking as a messenger of truth is justice in this trial process if it must go on. If not, this thing is going to produce an already known outcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, you are on live to GTV Africa, live from the courts, and this is what is going on in the courts. You can see the numbers of the security operatives that are in the courts, blocking the entrance and the movement down to the courts.
Government paid the.
Bros, why are you outside? You are a lawyer and you are meant to be inside the courts. Yeah, speak.
Well,
Your name first.
I am Barrister.
Okay.
I'm a citizen of Imo State.
Okay. Why are you outside? You are meant to be inside the court.
Yeah, I am meant to be inside the court because I am a barrister, and the court, not only the court premises, court itself is my home.
But today you are unable to enter.
Yeah, it is not explainable by anybody. It's because of the impunity that has been melted out to lawyers by the Nigerian government and the security personnel.
Okay. Well, there is a movement that is about to occur, but I need to go to an advantageous position for you to see what is about to happen. There is a signal of movement, and I want to believe it's coming on. You can see the way Nnamdi Kanu is going. The security are moving Nnamdi Kanu away.
He's another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is 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 another savior. Holy, holy, holy.
Pull out, pull out. Well, there is going to be a fight around this place. There's likely to be an attack on each other because there's going to be an attack. I'm not a prophet of doom, but I can tell you that there may be attack because there is another group that just surfaced from nowhere with a crowd, and there may likely to be an attack. There may likely to be an attack at the moment because there is pro and anti. There is pro and anti, and anything can happen any moment from now. Anything can happen any moment from now. Well, for every sensitive and sensible fellow, you are not meant to enter inside the midst because there is anything that can happen at this moment. Anything can happen at this moment. The pro and the anti are now facing each other. And so what will be the fate? What will be the fate any moment from now? We cannot tell. I can see, as you can see, the pro are here. 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 And what will this be? Now see the way they are facing each other. You can see the way they are facing themselves. See the way they are facing themselves. What can happen now, I cannot tell. security men are about ready. From look of things, the task force that are at the other side seems to be ready. I can see the military guys are ready, and at the moment, the security men are waiting, watching what is likely to happen. Well, there is advancement between the two sides. The two sides are moving towards the security men. There is movement, there is advancement from the both sides. One shouting "Holy, holy," while the other one is shouting "One Nigeria." Well, I cannot predict what's likely to happen at the end of the day. Where the security men are still watching, they are watching to see what is likely to happen. The security men are always working to watch what is going to happen. Well, at this point, it's not advisable to be in the midst of the crowd, but to just be outside and see what is happening. At the moment, you can see for yourself a group came in number with the flag of Nigeria and the other that are meant for Nnamdi Kanu. Hello. What do you see from what is going on now?
Obviously, that they have paid protesters of the two individuals, 500 naira. They are not smiling. Look at them. They are not serious. They are not enthusiastic. Some of us are serious. Fanatics here. We came on our own coalition. We came with solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. They are all protesters. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. Look at this woman, Kola. She's paid. She was paid. Look at their faces. You understand? Because this country is bedridden with evil, poverty. They have no option. If you give for the 500 naira, they will come out to protest. They are here. Look at them. Ask them. Nobody paid us. We came on our own. Nobody paid us. We come on our own.
So what do you think is likely to happen now?
Obviously, nothing is going to happen because we have the masses more than them. We are non-violent. We are resolute. So we are not. Nothing is going to happen.
Which group do you belong to?
Which group?
I mean, these two now. Which side are you?
I'm from the solidarity of Nnamdi Kanu. That's where I belong to. That's why I left my work to the solidarity. You can look at me very well. I'm not paid. I'm not paid.
Thank you so much.
Not the ideology.
Thank you so much. You are on live to GTV Africa. At the moment, you can see the group. One group is trying to suppress those that are singing "Holy, Holy." Security men are blocking, are taking control, waiting for what may likely to happen at the moment. But let's just watch what is going to be, how it's going to be. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, how are you doing? I'm good. I want to find out from you, which group are you?
I'm the president of OneNigeria.
What is the essence of coming out now? What is the essence of coming out now?
We are coming to demonstrate our commitment and love for our country, Nigeria, and to tell the whole world that our unity is not negotiable. Our country, Nigeria, is a sovereign nation, and we love our country. You can see that this crowd is a significant testimony of commitment and love for our country.
Well, I just spoke to the leader of the group. It's so difficult to talk to him, but I was able to manage to talk to him. And you can see the energy and the vigor of what is going on around here. Well, I can see that some people are looking for trouble. They want to cause trouble. They are looking for trouble. They want to cause trouble, but I need to move out. Well, the other group that has been meant to counter the Kanu group came in the numbers with women, some of them dressed in a way that is not even comfortable for the event. As you can see the numbers of people that are here.
allow us go now. The land will come out.
Well, at the moment, the group are separated. The pro group for the government are by the other side, while the Nnamdi Kanu group are still maintaining their stand at the point. So let's watch out what is likely to happen. Let me move close to the man.
Try to see my reaction. I didn't react. I just said I need to calm down.
What happened?
They slapped me there. Who? I was thinking holy water to the community safety. Why did they slap me? I didn't react to anybody. I didn't offend anybody. I was only singing and chanting that Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Why slapping me in the first place? So, assuming that. My name is Stephen Nnamdi.
What do you do? What do you do?
I'm a technician.
Okay, so why are you here?
I'm here just to chat and to show my solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu, who they hold here, who they kidnapped, and brought here for hearing.
Can we start again?
I'm here because
Well, at the moment, the security men are opening up the road
this time around, whether they like it or not, that is what we want. What do you want? We want our referendum. This is what we want, our freedom. We can't continue to be suffering in this country just like that, and they put us in back. They can't carry us around in this country. What we need is the African country. That is all. Whether they like it or not. My name is Chinedu. Yes.
Well, earlier I wanted to talk to the one of known face among the other group, but because of the noise, I could not hear him properly, and I'm sure you could not hear him where you are. But I want to find out from him. Hello, can you introduce yourself and the essence of you coming out today?
My name is Mohammed Saleh Hassan. I'm the president of OneNigeria group. The essence of coming in here is we are here to call for justice for the innocent people that were killed by IPOB, namely Ahmed Gulag, Professor Akunyili, our security agents that were killed by IPOB in the East. We are also here to tell you that the unity of our country is not negotiable. And this crowd behind me will confirm to you the commitment and passion, love, and patriotism of Nigerians. And this will tell you that Nigerians are completely against this unity of this country. Yes. And they are against the injustice that the IPOB is perpetrating in the southeast and all parts of Nigeria.
So why is it today that you are not coming out? Why don't you come out before now?
Yeah, it has taken a lot of time. We actually thought that people will reason and think reasonably and give this country and respect the country, respect the law, but they cannot, so that is why we are also here. They have been coming out here to say that Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Why must he be released? There's no reason why he should be released. He's a criminal.
Okay, sir, sorry, one question. So with the high rate of insurgency in the northeast and with the high rate of banditry, don't you think that we should also have well-meaning youths who might actually come out and actually protest the high rate of banditry? Yes, we know that Nnamdi Kanu is particular to the southeast. Well, what is going on in the north? We are not seeing youth.
If you look at the placards behind me, it's talking about terrorists, IPOB, Boko Haram, insurgents in the north. Okay. It's talking about all terrorists.
Yes. That's why I explained of the northeast.
We are worried about the northeast. We have been voicing our voices.
We are voicing
for a long time, and we are collaborating with the security agency in making sure the information are provided for them to work.
You are on live to GTV Africa, live from Federal High Court, where the government, DSS in particular, present Nnamdi Kanu to court to answer the questions as regards to the law. At the moment, the situation is changing because the security operatives are opening up the routes, opening up the door for movement of people. The road that has been blocked long before now has now been opened, and everyone is having access to pass. And this is GTV Africa, live from this place. Where there is calm in the midst of the protesters. The other side, the other group has gone to the other side, while that is the Nnamdi Kanu group has gone to one end, while the other group that are pro, saying different things apart from the Kanu Nnamdi, are moving down to Unity Fountain, where they came from. They are gathered there early in the morning, and at the time that Nnamdi Kanu was taken out of the court, they surfaced and came down to this place. Now they are moving down, while Nnamdi Kanu group are holding a mini meeting before taking off, where the security operatives are also on ground just to see what may likely happen. I know they might not want to talk because they tend to claim that the security, the officer that's supposed to speak is a public relation officer. But I'm sure that even public relation officer, if he's going to speak, the man that is on ground should be able to say one word or the other. Excuse me, sir. Hello, sir. You are seen to be taking control of the vicinity, despite the fact that the group that came nearly caused commotion. How do you do that?
where is the mandate being given. And the mandate is to maintain law and order. And that's why you see us here. We've been here early enough to make sure that nobody takes law into his hand. And you can appreciate our presence here today. That if not for our presence, probably they will have taken law into their hands, and what we are seeing now would have been different, you understand? But to God be the glory, we will always be there to make sure that everybody is safe.
You separated them without firing any tear gas or shooting any gun.
It has to do with diplomacy. It's not in every situation that you begin to raise your AK or you raise your smoke. No, you have done it in a diplomatic manner, and as you can see, there is peace everywhere around us.
Your name?
My name is C.S. Pidigo.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
well, the environment is calm and everyone is happy because the promoters, the drivers, and the people that are passing are moving gradually on their way. The other group, Nnamdi Kanu group, are just moving out of the facility, taking off, while the security operatives too are moving back to their own different environments. This is GTV Africa live from Abuja. I'm Gbemiga Olamikon. I'll continue to give you updates of what is going on. I will move to the other side and see if access to the courts can be ascertained, but if not, you still have opportunity of seeing what is on ground.
Let go.
Well, the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu.
Then, of course, you are familiar with the constraint that are made. That's not giving access to the court. Some people leaders and professional leaders and our legislation leaders are not allowed. So today we're inside the court. When we're going to go to the court, they insisted that they can only allow 5 members of the legal team to be inside. Only 5. And we have at least maximum of 8 persons along with us up there. I'm not talking about those that were denied access to the court premises. We are outside trying to resolve that issue. Because we can't continue this manner. We have people that came from all the way from Abati. We have person who is representing Igbo lawyers here. He was not allowed access to the court. We have people who are representing Ndi Otokiwu. We have people who are representing Ohanes and Digo. They were not allowed access to the court today. So we insisted that the right thing must be done. After we have over 9 members of legal team representing the federal government today in court, they were in court. Lawyers. We also have over 10 members of SSS officials right inside the court. Why can't they allow at least some members of legal team defense team to be in court? So they refuse to do that. And we are outside the court door trying to resolve these challenges. The court came in, locked the door, then denied access to the court. Before we could speak to Dr. Robinson, the matter has been adjourned to 19th and 20th of January. I've not seen such travesty. I've not seen travesty of justice. We are just told. We are told that they will be invited. The court invited our client and the DPP and the prosecutor to have a discussion with them. Even when we are not there. Just like what happened on 26th of July, on 26th of June 2021, when he was taken to court without reference to us. And he was tried on that day without us being in court. So the same thing repeatedly itself today. And it's unfortunately, we are within the courtroom. We are just outside the court door and we are locked outside. I've not seen such thing in my life. And there's no order from the court, substantial order in court, stating that this trial will be conducted in secret. No such order has been given. This is the height of privacy of justice. So today, and also the court, the last adjourned date, the court reviewed the guideline of persons who are visiting him. That guideline contained an order in order of court and was served on the DSS. That order was flattered by the DSS with impunity. And on the basis of that disobedience to that court order, we filed from 48 against the DSS to commit him to contempt. That application should come out today for hearing too, was we went to find the court. The court has a duty to protect the sanctity of this order. So we're in court today to also inform the court that the order he made and served on the DSS was flattered with impunity. It can't come through that man. So today, we are not even allowed to come inside the court to address the court on this point. So what you are saying as legal team
There's a clear case of denial of fair here as concerns the parties of the Constitution. So we're going back home to strategize and take a further decision as to whether we can continue in this court or elsewhere. Because what we know is that this matter must be had and must have what? Expeditiously. Must be had expeditiously. If the court is not willing, disposed to hear this case, he will still serve voluntarily from continuing with this hearing of this case. That's what I can have to say.
Yes, what I want to say is it's very clear. This was the 5th time I had come from the United States as Nnamdi Kanu's international lawyer to try to meet and see him, where I was denied 5 times. It was very clear today that I was the one that caused them to lock everybody out of the courtroom. They did not want me in the courtroom. I'm here not to create a narrative. There are huge international law issues raised by the charges against Nnamdi Kanu, including the kidnapping, extraordinary rendition, punishing him without any trial or hearing, denying him access to his lawyers. These are all violations not only of the Nigerian Constitution, but international covenants to which Nigeria is a signatory. I am taking now the case to the international forum and tribunals. It's clear that the Nigerian tribunals are hopelessly compromised. It isn't even close to fair due process. And so I'll be going to the working group on arbitrary detention to Geneva, the International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice in The Hague, the U.S. Congress, to impose sanctions on Nigeria until it conforms to internationally recognized human rights to which Nigeria has already subscribed, to enforce its own constitution. I have seldom seen such open, notorious lawlessness. And I underscore, it is very clear. They signaled out me when I was the one who was approaching to enter the courtroom. They said, Mr. Fine, you can't go in. Everybody else was able to go in. For whatever reason, they put me on a blacklist, if you will, said no, they fear that if the law applies, Nnamdi Kanu goes free. And that is exactly what ought to happen, because the law does require that he go free. And the international community now is obligated to put the sunshine on the Nigerian judiciary and ensure that if justice is not done, there will be a price to pay. The judge herself may be subject to prosecution before the International Criminal Court. Judges are not free from criminality. The Nazi judges that implemented the Holocaust decrees against the Jews, they were prosecuted at Nuremberg. And if the Nigerian judges follow suit, they similarly are going to risk prosecution.
Your name, sir?
Your name, sir? My name is Bruce, B-R-U-C, Fine, F-E-I-N. I'm from Washington, D.C. This is the 5th time I've been here in the last several months.
Let me address on behalf of Ohanes and Eve. We sent a light delegation of Ohanes and the Igbo traditional rulers flew in from outside Abuja, and they were not allowed to cross these gates. I was the only one allowed to go in, and we're not allowed to go to court. Let me give a position of Ohanes. Justice must not only be done, but must be seen to have been done. Esoteric trial cannot stand in this day and age. Lawyers and judges all belong to the same procession. And to this we say we want justice.
At this moment, there is a change of situation. The canister was just fired. The canister was just fired now. And the canister was just fired.
So, however, today the matter came up for the hearing of our objection to the competency of the judge and jurisdiction of the court to hear the matter. But court today, we were in court for this matter, we were in court in good time. And because of the constraint we are usually exposed to from time to time, the constant and prevent from the court and lawyers are not being allowed access to the court. So we were there to resolve this issue. Because justice must be done in system. And not only because the manifest is sent to the door. So we are in court to resolve this matter. Our big and gowns are inside the court. Our books are inside the court. We are just outside the court. Because a number of us outside we are not allowed to come in. So the court came in. Come and keep us now. 10 minutes, and pull up the test. It is the fact that when I went that way, I will tell you, do not but the cop, the man can't protect, but the cop, and our client was saying before. So the analysts are outside. You have personally to find out what was actually going on. That has been the practice. So in a civilized society, that is the practice in this country actually. I've not witnessed a situation whereby a court will call in and call a case when lawyers in the matter. We are outside the court door. I've not seen such thing. So the court, and when we were told that the court was about to proceed, we now struggle to go inside the court. The local staff. We are knocking at the door. The local staff. Only for us to be told that the court called our friend, called the and have a discussion with them in open court. So taking us back to what happened on 26th of June 2021, when he was taking the court to the and allowed to address the court. So it's a clear case of denial of here. So, and the height of privacy of justice. So if the court is not ready to go, what John my lord will have done? Just to simple. It's allowed. It's allowed. Instead of going about this way, because from what's playing out today, I don't think that the legal team, as we are today, still have implicit confidence in the court. We don't have confidence in the court again to go on with this case. And we're going to activate relevant administrative process to ensure that right thing is done. And this case, I can assure you today, this case will not get to January. It was the hard, and here he had a just who was activated the process. So that the matter is come up, it's hard this week. He has not committed an offense to law. We have informed the world, via our solid objection to the charge, that the 7-count amended charge filed against Nnamdi Kanu is as empty as what one can never imagine. It's as empty as what one can never imagine. It's a worthless paper before the court. And we have filed a strong objection to challenge it. And the court is under obligation to hear this application. Never really one word the other. He can't run away from it. And no trial will commence in this case without application being held. Of course. So we're going to take up the matter in the court. Thank you so much. Your name for the it's
very clear that
you've seen and heard from what is going on. I just want to quickly show you the area view and show you what is happening at the other side. It's for you to see the numbers of people, the number of security men, the way they are reducing gradually in number, but it's very clear. It's very clear that GTV is a station where you can rely on, that can give you updates of everything that is going on. Despite the fact that the Nnamdi Kanu has been taken away, the operatives are still intact, they are still standing, they are still watching, taking notes of what is happening in and around the environment. Sir, what can you say on what really played out here today? You are on live to GTV Africa.
The highest injustice I've ever seen.
Your name?
My name is Maxwell Opera. Even under the law, even Nnamdi Kanu cannot provide a lawyer. The federal government is under obligation to provide a lawyer for him. That is the law. How can you allow somebody that is facing this kind of purported criminal charges to defend himself? This is not the first time. This is not the second time. And we cannot continue like this. We are outside trying to resolve issues. They refused most of us inside to come inside the court. And the Minister of Justice, they are already there with up to 8 lawyers. And they said that we are going to be only 5. And we said, no, we cannot. We are resolving it outside. When we learned that the judge is about to enter, we wanted to go in. DSS locked us out. They locked us out of the court, out of the courtroom. So Nnamdi even told them that my lawyers are outside. They refuse him access. They refuse us access inside. That's the highest injustice, and we believe that she has taken position.
So what will be the next action?
We are going to see our clients. Nnamdi Kanu will give us instruction the next thing to do. I think the best thing to do is to transfer the case out of our court.
Are you going to Nnamdi now, or what?
We will go there. We only have Mondays and Thursdays. We are going there on Thursday. Let's go, Captain. Let's go. Come on, Deputy Attorney General of the USA.
Where the lawyer from America, they were not permitted to have access to the court premises, to the courtroom, and they just have to leave. That is the situation from this point. That is the situation from this point. The courtroom is still blocked. The entrance to the courtroom is still blocked by the operatives of different groups. Still mounting security guard at the entrance. Still mounting security guard at the entrance. Earlier, one of the police officers shot the tear gas. Where the court staffs are peeping to see what is outside, as people inside are struggling to see what is outside, people outside are struggling to see what is inside. So let's see here more. Let's see more view.
Peter is one of the finest. That is why I find it very difficult to face. Even Maxwell, my comment, give his own court attachment in that court. In that court, okay? So we are surprised for her to behave in this manner. I believe in Igbo language that is something that happened to Coco. Yeah, that make we have to give that my sound. Not really. She wouldn't have done this thing. What happened today is a criminal trial. Criminal trial in a secret manner. The lawyers were agitating that a particular person they said that they don't want. We say no. It is not for your own to tell us who will come in and you have given us 5. It is for us to say it's okay, go cap or code. Whether you like the person or don't like the person, it is our choice to say these are the people that will come in. Not for you to start censoring those that will come in and those that will not come in. That is what and that is the cross of what they are. So as we were outside deliberating in protest that we are not going to go in until they allow a representative from the United States of America to go in. The next week, we are the matter and they have forgotten those important aspects of the DSS Act, which provide that if somebody is not granted bail, that trial must be day to day. That is the law. That is the law. We are not the one that make the law. It's when you grant the person bail, you can adjourn at your liberty. But provided that that person is under incarceration, the law says day to day. It has no really that you cannot try day to day. It also is 2 weeks. So why you make the law? Why break the law?
Are you saying that the court has violated its own law?
Its own rules and acts. The law is the act. That's the position of the law. And one of the justice acts is there. So thank you, and thank you. We have a lot to do. God bless you.
Your name.
Sorry. I'm chairman of the Public Interest.
Thank you very much. Thank you.